Pujemski. Kuminga out there with Jimmy Butler. And it's Green in at the 5. And for New York, Smooth out there at Hart. Then there's Towns. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Bridges in a 2-guard. And what a matchup we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
Brunson, the bounce pass. The pass to Smooth. Launches it. A shot's good on the assist by Brunson.
And they don't want to get in the habit of getting open looks from three. First quarter still not 0 to leave open.
Pass to Pujemski. Butler in the corner. The feed to Green. Out of bounds. New York takes possession. Brunson with it. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Shoots over Curry. And Brunson gets it to go.
Yeah, Bridges has a good eye for spotting those openings, and he can make very passes.
Bridges, one thing you don't see Mikal Bridges do is miss games. He is always out there.
I think it would take a lot to make him sit out of a game. He is committed to being there for his team. It's so impressive.
Shot clock at 6. Golden State needs to get off a shot. And here's Green outside. The Knicks pull it in. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game. Great adjustments on the offensive end.
Coaches love that kind of showing offensively, especially on the road.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Tom Thibodeau had a few minutes to share. We talked about the daunting task of facing Steph Curry. Coach said Curry makes your entire 5 guard him. Steph might be the best conditioned player in the league. He is constantly moving. It makes him so difficult to track. So, of course, it's not just Curry shooting that presents problems.
Thank you, David.
Knicks lead. That's how you lead a team. Literally.
Brunson against Curry. Floats it up for Kuminga.
Clever move by Curry, using the play to make room for a different shooter.
Knicks have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. The baseline jam. Brunson, good. Brunson's got his second basket of the night.
Knicks lead 9-2. And knock down all but one of your first 5 shots.
RJ with continues to play.
First quarter,
his 3-point will ever be broken.
It's going to be tough to do. But even if it does, Steph will still be regarded as the best shooter we have ever seen, simply because how he changed the game.
And you know with Curry, what impresses me most is his efficiency. That's not something we normally see in a high-volume jump shooter.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Robinson comes in for Karl Anthony Towns, and Anunoby subbed in for Hart. Here's Smooth, and the Knicks hit again from deep.
This is as good as it gets.
Number 43.
In terms of shooting the basketball.
Knicks lead 12.
Inside.
2 minutes remaining in the
Here's
first.
Moody.
2 minutes.
Robinson pulls it in.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
And he gets the bucket.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great
Knicks lead
Warriors trail by
14-4.
10. Curry passes to Butler. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Curry looking it over. Just 5 to shoot. Passes it to Moody for the 3, and he's able to get it back. And he's still waiting to make his first shot for the night. Now 0-4.
Okay, so if I were to say this was a disaster of a period for him, it would be an understatement. But hey, sometimes you got to shoot your way out of the slump, even for him.
Robinson, that's good.
defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm.
Knicks lead
Golden State's gone 0-2 from deep here. get it. It's rebounded by Brunson.
I thought he had that ball thrown out, but somehow the defense just threw him off.
And is coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
One area where Brunson's improved is in the clutch. He's a monster
at the line.
in crunch time.
2 shots.
Nice to have a player you can depend on in those key situations.
And the first one at the line is good. Well, over the years, the Warriors have had some historic tax bills.
Yeah, and for the most part, it's been well worth it because it's led to championships and they generate a ton of income. But now, with this tax repeater penalties, you can see why they've tried to cut costs, and every team in the league has followed.
Pajemski on the wing. Brunson covering. Pajemski's shot is good.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
And it's Robinson with the jam.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
They came out and bum rushed them. Huge difference in activity level from both teams tonight.
Now Pajemski. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Robinson with the block. And as we conclude the first quarter, one-sided game so far. Knicks lead by 14. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. Noches basketball fans, it's Latin night here on 2K Sports. And you might have noticed the custom jerseys worn by the players. And a comfortable margin for the Knicks here, guys.
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
They are playing for one another and focusing on making winning plays. You love to see it.
Then it's Jalen Brunson. Then there's Miles McBride. And it's Towns in at the center position. There, the group New York will start the second one. Pass to McBride. On the wing, Anunoby.
Right here.
Brunson outside. Shoots over Curry. Misses off the left iron. And here's Peyton. He'll bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. It's a 14-point game. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
Yeah, your second unit, those reserves, they can swing again.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, as always with Tom Thibodeau teams, they are level-headed. He said of his Knicks, we want guys to sacrifice and put the team first. But there has to be that belief. When your best players have it, your entire team ends up having it. We know if we stay disciplined, we'll have a chance to win. Kevin?
A very good chance, D.A. Thank you. Richard, we know how hard the game is to play. But I think we also know how hard the game is to officiate.
I agree, Kevin. I think that one thing about basketball is that it's constant movement. There are plays happening all around the referees. It's not like football where every 45 seconds you run another play. In 45 seconds, you could have had a different 5 or 6 possessions. That puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the referees.
Towns down low. Defended by Kuminga. And Towns the bucket on the assist by Brunson.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And guys, to go on a big run, get some breathing space, it has to be a great play on each end.
Here's Moody. And again, it's the Warriors missing. The Knicks lead by 20. Anunoby passes to McBride. Hart with it. The pass to McBride. And again, New York with the triple.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been...
Timeout. Timeout.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
Well, it's been an expressive
Warriors call
to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
We can see it over here. The coach, he has some choice words for his team. Words we cannot repeat.
He's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Smooth comes in for OG Anunoby. Mikal Bridges checked in for Miles McBride. And Cameron Payne subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Then for the Warriors, Draymond Green comes in for Kevon Looney. And it's Butler in for Gary Payton. Now, here's Moody. Defended by Bridges.
He's just basically a body out there right now, nothing else. The team is struggling, and he hasn't been able to help them at all. Kids behind the table, the pass is there waiting for him.
Warriors have gone an abysmal 0 of 6 from the field since the second quarter began. Curry kicks to Kuminga. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Pass to Smooth. And again, New York with the triple.
This brings him to 3-2 next point with just one in this half so far.
Golden State's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second.
Knicks foul. Charles Bassey.
Making the
First
switch.
foul.
Robinson's
First
checked
team
in.
foul. Substitution on the court.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. The shot by Butler, nobody around. Brings it from beyond the arc.
And
Three-point
dialing
goal.
up the three ball, he finally puts it in to the 14-0 run by New York.
And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Sean, who's calling in with a good story. Sean, what do you have?
Nine.
Thanks. Well, Jimmy Butler is in the 5th stop of his NBA career. He's been in a standoff with the Heat as they hesitated to extend him at the number he desired. He knew there was going to be someone who was going to play up. And guys, I'm very interested to see how Butler fits in his new opportunity.
We'll continue to track that story. All right, Sean, thanks a lot. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, guys.
Knicks
Smooth
lead,
in the last game
38-9.
against the Heat was outstanding. He scored 21 points, and he was dialed in. Made most of his shots. It was a complete game from him in every sense of the word. We'll see what he has in store tonight. Guys?
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
And it's very likely that he and his guys can carry that momentum into this one.
Passes it to Green. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to post. It's rebounded by New York. Here's Payne. Here's Smooth.
Number 43. Knicks lead.
That was close. Got it
41-11.
in just in the nick of time.
And so
That's
it's
the
New
end of
York
the first
with a
half with
massive
the
lead of
score.
30 points here
The
at the end of the
Knicks,
quarter. The one goal
41.
they had coming into this
The
game was to
Warriors,
not let Curry beat them.
11.
And so far, their defense on Steph has been tremendous. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. What a game we're seeing from Smooth.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on him from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
If I'm his teammate, I keep feeding the hot hand, especially since he's been on fire from deep also.
Setting the floor for the Warriors. In the backcourt, we'll see Curry and Podziemski. Butler out there with Green. And it's It's Kuminga in at the small forward.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead. And defensively, they're on their heels. Every time the ball comes inside.
11.
To the inside. Here's Kuminga.
Jonathan
And Kuminga throws it down.
While he's a bit undersized for a forward, he more than makes up for it with his balance.
Brunson the pass to Smooth. Bridges outside. Brunson right side. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
And Brunson more than comfortable shooting the three. And boy, is he efficient when he lets it fly.
46-13.
Green with the ball. Brunson picks him up. Outside Butler. Pass to Pajemski. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Here's Hart. And down it goes. Dunk through on a wonderful assist.
Great teamwork by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution, running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
Pass to Green. Here's Pajemski. Defended by Bridges. 6 on the shot clock. The 10-footer. Knicks with the rebound. Towns has got 4 rebounds in this game.
And they have been cold coming out of the break. Only getting one of their first 4 shots to drop this out. Got to pick it up.
50.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
His court vision has been on display in this one. He's doing a tremendous job just orchestrating the offense beautifully. They're losing because he is struggling so bad, and he has not looked comfortable all game.
Smooth misses.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Here's Curry with the 3. Buries it from 3-point range.
Stephen Curry.
Curry's got 5.
Such a quick release. As soon as the ball touches his hands, it's gone.
It didn't take long for Pajemski to establish himself as an elite charge taker.
The funny thing about the game of basketball is that some things can't be taught. Pods clearly has the it factor when it comes for the timing that it takes to draw charges. He can steal a few possessions for you every
2
single
minutes
game.
remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Bridges misses.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And Curry has it in the corner. No good from outside. New York's gone 6 of 8 on 3-pointers in the game, an outstanding 75%.
No doubt about it. In order for them to be successful, he has got to be a catalyst when it comes to scoring.
Hard against Butler. Outside Green. Outside Butler. They kick it out to Green. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Green's got his first 3 points of the game.
Mr. Reliable, you can count on Green to show up every night.
Now the pass to Smooth. New York moving the ball around.
Warriors foul.
Hey guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for New York.
First team
Offense has
foul.
been a well-oiled machine.
Jalen Brunson at the
playing
line.
for one another and
2
just
shots.
piling up assists.
And they've also played exceptionally well in the paint tonight, taking advantage of their opportunity to work inside.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Robinson's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Achua comes in for Josh Hart. Anunoby, he's checked in for Smooth. And Miles McBride subbed in for Bridges. Second free throw, no good. Golden State's gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. Pajemski on the wing. 41 seconds left to play in the third. Can't hit from in close.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Yeah, he needs to mix things up in the offense. He simply just can't keep missing shots at this rate because he's destroying his teammates.
55.
How about the hop
19.
from Brunson, scaring the rim a little bit there.
17 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to Pajemski. They get it again. Back to Looney. Pajemski with it. Goes back up. No good on the layup. Well, 3 quarters of play on the books, and this was goal, but over already. New York ahead, delivering the blowout. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter. Next. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more impressive than a spectacular shot. This is one of those times.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. We've got Miles McBride. Achua is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Cameron Payne. And it's Bassey in at the center. That's the 5 for New York right now. Releases. Payne's shot is good.
Cameron Payne. Knicks lead.
So it's the Warriors now. So it's off to Brooklyn after this game as they have the Nets to look forward to. That will conclude a 5-game road trip for them. Spencer, the pass to Payton. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Second
And
personal
the
foul.
NBA last season,
First
which you're
team foul.
really emphasizing, it's
Gary
an
Payton, the second.
82-game league.
At the line.
And I know
2 shots.
you love that.
Oh, that is my favorite thing. I was
Shoot 'em
taught
too.
by the legends of the game that you go out there and play every single night that you can. At some point in time, the sports and science team realized that it is very difficult to be a professional. But I stand by. 82 games is an achievement that very few can achieve now.
And both free throws good for Payton. Here's Payne. Misses from close range. And here's Hield. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Passes it to Looney. To the paint. Here's Payton. Good on the bucket.
Gary
Used
Payton,
the
the
paint to
second.
perfection and got all the way to the rim.
New York's gone 6 of 8 on three-pointers in the game, an outstanding 75% mark. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. And the officials are back with the illegal screen right
Charles
now.
Bassey.
Like every year, we
Third
have the
personal
best
foul.
teammate award. What are some of those
Substitution
qualities that
on
you
the court.
admire in a great teammate?
You know, Kevin, you want guys who make you better and who make it fun to come to work every day. In the end, teammates are like family. So trust, commitment, and just enjoying being with one another, it matters.
They kick out to Hield. Knocks down the 10-footer.
With such a smooth and quick release, Hield doesn't need much space to knock it down from mid-range.
Here's McBride, covered by Hield. McBride's shot is off. And for the Warriors, they're shooting about 26% out there. They need to get a better look. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Here's Post. The Nets pull it in. McBride finds Hart. New York moving it around. Payne's shot is good.
Cameron
Saw the
Payne.
angles and led him right to the
Knicks
hoop with
lead
that pass.
59.
Warriors have gone 2 of 3
25.
from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Now here's Heald, defended by McBride. Back to Heald from deep. As he pulls it in. And you have to like how they're moving the
2
ball
minutes
right
remaining in the
now.
game.
Snappy
2
passes
minutes.
to ready shooters. It's basketball 101, but boy, is it working.
Pass to McBride. Offline with his three. McBride's gone 1 of 3 on the night. Here's Heald. Yep, it
Buddy
counts.
Hield.
Heald's got
That's
4 this
from
quarter.
And what a
Spencer.
show of agility by Hield, getting around the contact there and right to his finish.
The pass to McBride. Here's Hart, and he drives in. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul. First
You
team
had a
foul.
chance to ref a summer league game
Josh
this past
Hart.
year, so
At
you
the
get a
line,
little bit of a
2
feel
shots.
for what these guys go through.
Being a referee is by far the hardest job in professional sports. To try and keep up with the amount of plays, the amount of possessions, I do not envy their job.
The first free throw is good. Bridges is jacked in for the Knicks. And Hart drops them both. The Warriors have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for New York.
Gary
This was a
Payton, the
very
second.
efficient offense tonight.
Assisted by
They found a way to
Stephen
get their
Curry.
shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And the strong effort here will convert into what will be their 50th win on the season.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Smooth.
And his playmaking is what stood out to me, effortlessly creating for his teammates.
Payne passes to Bassie. And he banks in the lane.
Charles
They
Bassey.
made the most of their opportunities,
Knicks
looking
lead
comfortable
63,
and locked in
29.
throughout the night.
You have to love their effort. This game wasn't handed to them. They took it.
Outside Curry. Here's Podziemski. No good with the triple.
There has been nothing for him this quarter. Ever since halftime, he's lost all of his touch.
Now here's Payne. Defense right on him. So no problem for New York as they get the win. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly. The other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just
A
so
huge thank you
tremendous.
to
Fans
everyone who
involved
came
from
out
the
for
get-go.
tonight's game.
And once they started
Hope
to
you have a
really
safe
pour it
trip
on,
home
it was fun to see
come
that
back again
rhythm
soon.
and flow from their perspective.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. We appreciate you tuning in tonight. See you next time.
It's crazy. It's crazy. When I was doing mocap, they would just tell me freestyle, do a lot of different moves that come off the top of my head. So I would just kind of be out there just kind of doing different moves. Then they would say, all right, we'll do some moves that you do in the game. And these are the moves I've been doing for 20 years. Being able to see those moves in the game that I've made a career and a living off of was just really cool.
As a point guard, what advice can you give to both basketball players and 2K players about playing off the ball?
You do not want the defense to feel like you're predictable.
And those will be our starters. Some intriguing matchups on the floor tonight. Sit tight. We'll be back in just a moment. Hello from 2K Sports. We're honoring diversity and culture tonight with the NBA celebration of Noche Latina. Our game tonight featuring the Los Angeles Lakers as they go up against the New York Knicks. This is Brian Anderson, joined courtside by Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Our reporter tonight, Allie LaForce. Now, New York starting five. We've got Mikal Bridges. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Josh Hart. Then there's Jalen Brunson, and it's Smooth in at small forward. And for the Lakers, Reeves at the 2 with LeBron at the 3. Rui Hachimura is out there with Jackson Hayes. And it's Doncic in at the 1. Well, Grant, what should we expect in a veteran-heavy matchup like this?
You know, B.A., it typically means we'll get a clean game. These guys have been around for a while and know how to take care of the basketball.
And it's the Knicks to start out. Brunson with it. Hart passes to Smooth. Back to Hart. 4 on the clock. Here's Smooth. And he gets the friendly roll as that one goes.
And that gets us rolling. Ooh, what a tremendous atmosphere in here tonight.
Boy, I tell you, you're right. You can feel this one looking like it's going to be a tight one throughout.
Pass to Hachimura. Oh, he got it with a pump fake, but he couldn't finish. And so it's Hart with it. He brings it up for the Knicks. And now we'll go to Allie LaForce, who had a chance to talk with J.J. Redick.
It's no surprise that Jalen Brunson is at the top of the scouting report. Coach told me Jason is a three-level scorer and a master of the pick and roll. And no matter what you do, you can't speed him up. He's going to read the defense, play at his pace, and try to pick you apart. It's always a chess match against Brunson, guys.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Here's Hart, following the score by Los Angeles. Brunson on the drive. Deflected. James outside. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
2 shots.
It's going to be on Karl Anthony Towns.
Bully ball. LeBron has been doing that since he stepped into the league.
Well, Grant, even though it looks like LeBron could play forever, he stated that he doesn't have much time left.
Well, it's unbelievable that he's sustained this level of excellence for as long as he has. I would be surprised if we see this type of longevity ever again.
Here's Brunson. And the Knicks miss again.
He was so well positioned to interfere with the shot. Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, he challenged the shot, and you can see the effects on the release of that shot. I mean, it turned a simple jumper into a tough one.
Now here's Bridges, averaging around 6 a game. And, yep, it's good.
Getting inside and doing damage there really elevates Hart's game, and I like to see him be that kind of all-around threat.
Out to James. And no good. The Knicks have gone 2 for 5 here in the first. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. It's Bridges on the wing. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Yeah, relentless worker. Bridges, so tough inside.
The Lakers trail. Doncic outside. Over Brunson. And Doncic the bucket on the assist by James.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it. And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. Smooth's gotten his second bucket.
Just such good vision from Brunson. He's able to spot a guy to attack.
Doncic against Brunson. Doncic outside. Pass to Reeves. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Outside Brunson. To the left side wing. Here's Smooth. Offline with a three. You know, Clark, with the Lakers, at times it is hard to maintain a sense of continuity.
Well, it sure is, B. I mean, there's always pressure to improve or be at your best, but even more so when you're playing in the glitz and glamour of L.A. Sometimes it can lead to high team turnover.
New York calls timeout.
Now a timeout called by New York. From undrafted to closing games with LeBron and AD. Austin Reeves, what a story, Clark.
It really is a great story. I mean, this guy has just continued to prove the doubters wrong. Nobody's going to outcompete him. He's fearless. He's got great skill. Doesn't lack for confidence either. He's one of my favorite players to watch.
Going with a whole new group out there. And a chance to see the latest edition of the power rankings. Here for New York. Second quarter of basketball. About a minute played so far. The shot by Reeves, no good.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focused all the way through the play.
On the court right now for the Knicks. Jalen Brunson is out there with Mikal Bridges. And it's Josh Hart. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Smooth in at the three. The small forward. Now here's Doncic. A dangerous offensive player. His scoring average stands at almost 30 a game. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hi, guys. Well, Smooth in their last game against the Warriors just played phenomenal. He added 22 points, and he didn't need a ton of extra possessions to get to that total. They look like a team on a mission. No one wants to play these guys right now, Brian.
Thanks, Allie. Absolutely. He was a one-man show in that one, Grant.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same mentality tonight.
Yeah, you know, every night's different. They may try to double him. It might force him to adjust or force him to make plays with the pass instead. We'll see.
Now here's Bridges. And stolen by Reeves. To the inside. Oh, it's blocked by Towns.
Big swat right there from Towns, making his presence felt on the defensive end.
Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two. Well, despite the efforts of create super teams, the league has a lot of parity right now, Grant.
It really does, and I like it. It's not quite like the 80s Celtics and Lakers or the 90s Bulls, partly because of the salary cap. It's so hard to pay more than 2, maybe 3 stars at a time.
Now here's Reeves. Still no points. Pass to Hachimura. Here's the teardrop. Oh, it's blocked by Towns. And there's James from the arc. That one falls. Great setup by Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists tonight.
He's become so comfortable from long range. That shot's now a weapon for LeBron.
Here's Brunson in his last outing with 12 points. Hart goes in. That one falls. Hart's got his second basket of the night.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Now here's Reeves. Right now he's contributing about 15.5 points a game. Hayes has got his first points of the night.
Allow him to establish deep position. You just can't do that.
Exactly. I mean, once he's got the ball in that area, the battle's already lost.
Now a timeout call by New York.
And something fans don't always get to see. Some of the closely guarded secrets that happen in that huddle.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. And it might be major or it could be just a slight tweak.
Checked in for Towns.
Charles Bassett.
Check it out, the 2K leaderboard. These teams have been scorching the Nets from range the last 10 games. Number 1, the Knicks.
These guys have been spacing the floor, spreading out the defense, and getting the three-point shots they want as opposed to settling for bad ones.
Brunson passes to Smooth. 1:36 left to play in the first half. Back to Brunson. Pass to Smooth. 5 to shoot. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Smooth's got 7 points in the game.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Bridges against Reeves. Hachimura outside. Here's James on the wing with the fadeaway. Hart pulls it in. Hart's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Brunson against Doncic. Doncic with a block.
How about the defense? These guys appreciate when he gives that kind of effort at the defensive end.
The shot, no good. New York leading by 4. Here's Bridges. Uses the glass on the layup. Bridges has got 4 points in the quarter.
Good things come to those who hustle. He creates the second chance opportunity.
Here's Reeves. And counted from 12 feet.
Reeves doesn't overload on the mid-range shot, but he's smart enough to take them when they're available.
Here's Brunson. 11 feet out, and he hits it. Brunson's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Love to see that kind of activity. He just makes things happen.
Here's Doncic. Hayes planks the putback jam. And so it's New York leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. We'll be right back after this word. We've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You gotta like what we're seeing from LeBron James.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
At the forward slots, it's LeBron and Hachimura. Austin Reeves out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Hayes in at the center position. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Now, here's James. Here's Smooth. Fires the 3. Pure from 3-point range. Smooth's got 10 points.
Boy, Hart is one of those guys you look at and you can just see the team is first with him. He never hesitates to find the open guy.
And it's Doncic missing. And so it's Brunson who brings up the ball for New York. Smooth. Yes, and a nice assist from Brunson. Brunson's got 3 assists tonight.
Let's make sure you keep getting him touches. I mean, you love what he's doing at the offensive end. Don't go away from him.
Doncic passes to James. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call.
That's a costly error. Now let's see how they bounce back.
Well, you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that.
Finney Smith checked in for Los Angeles. Goodwin comes in for Reeves. Anunoby on the wing. Back to Brunson. Outside McBride. Left side Brunson. The 3-ball. Oh, Brunson with the triple.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over. And as the coaches draw up their strategies, the players staying hydrated with some Gatorade. That's key to keeping them at their best all the way up to the buzzer.
It really is. And every one of those players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Over a minute and a half now into this third quarter action. Doncic on the wing. Brunson defending. Out to James. Looking to end the run. And the rebound goes to the Knicks.
Bad offense to begin the second half. 4 misses right off the bat.
Here's McBride. That three's off the mark.
Only their first miss in 4 attempts. It's been a great start to the half.
Clark, what's incredible about LeBron, he makes as big of an impact off the court as he does on the
court. I think it's going to be one of the great case studies when he's all done playing. How he's impacted the game and uplifted people across the country and world. He's a tremendous advocate for social justice. He's obviously a shrewd and successful businessman. And he's been a vocal leader who also leads by example. He's actually
on the court.
epitomizing the change he'd like to see in other folks and inspiring along the way.
Achua's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Here's Vincent. Achua with some nice D.
It's not easy to finish in traffic, but those are chances he has to convert.
Outside McBride. From behind the arc. Here's Robinson. Kicks it out to Anunoby. The three. Gets the three to fall. Anunoby's got 5 now.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Here's Goodwin. As far as his production, he's averaging about 8 points per game. Vanderbilt against Robinson. Outside Finney-Smith. Over Achua. And the foul of Gabe Vincent. That'll be a second foul of the game.
That's
and
his
the
second
Knicks making a change
foul.
here. Bassey's checked in.
Knicks substitution. Charles Bassey.
New York with the ball. They're on an 11-2 run. And it's Dorian Finney-Smith with the foul.
Dorian Finney-Smith.
That's his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Takes a 13-footer. Here's Bassey. And it's good. Fought through contact.
Dorian
Hit the shot
Finney-Smith.
and will go to
That's
the line.
his second personal foul.
And this is his first
Shooting
trip to the
for
line
New
tonight.
York.
Payne's checked in for New York.
Bassey at the line for 1.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. 1 shot.
And the free throw, no good. Lakers trail by 17. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Has to connect. The three. Achua with a rebound. Here's New York. This run now up to 13-2. Now here's Payne. Defense right on him. Blocked. And he recovers it. Second chance effort. The shot won't fall. Los Angeles has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Here's Connect. Anunoby covering. to the right wing. High arcing shot, and he lays it in. Vincent's got his first bucket in this one.
Boy, that was a sweet-looking teardrop. There's very little defense for that.
Pass to Bassie. And here's McBride. Misses the layup. Here's Connect. An important role in this offense, averaging around 12.5 per game. Out of bounds, it'll be Nick's ball.
Nick's ball. Substitution on the court.
Ticks left in the third quarter. A deep three. No good on the buzzer beater. And so it's New York liking their chances. Ending the quarter with a 15-point lead. Defense is setting the tone. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And from the two-guard spot, an unselfish play like this sets a fantastic tone.
That's right. I mean, that's not his primary duty, but when the situation calls for it, he can do it and does it well.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. So on the floor for the Knicks, they've got Jalen Brunson. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Josh Hart. Then it's Mikal Bridges. And it's Robinson in a spot. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Towns attacks the basket with such a ferocity and never give up attitude. I love that about him, guys.
Here's Doncic. Luka proving he can score from anywhere. New York leading by 15. Brunson passes to Robinson. Back to Brunson. It's rebounded by Los Angeles.
Just hasn't found much consistency from the floor, but his teammates have picked up the slack.
And it's Connect missing.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
Assisted.
And the find by Brunson, more than capable of running the offense.
Pass to Doncic. Luka! Get off me!
It works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Here's Brunson. The layup off target. Lakers trail by 15. Here's Reeves. The rebound by Bridges. The Knicks have gotten only 2 of 6 attempts to drop in the fourth. The dive for the ball. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Lakers.
Lakers ball.
LeBron, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Well, the Lakers shooting 34% thus far in this game. Fires for 3. The Lakers with another miss.
It's clear he's totally out of sync. The team needs to rethink its strategy around what to do with him. Good. Yeah, nice take from Bridges. Love whenever he takes initiative on offense.
The Lakers with the ball after the basket by New York. Pass to Hayes. Here's Connect. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots over Hart. Baseline jumper right on the money.
Well, Connect has a scorer's mindset. Wherever he finds room, he will take a shot.
And so it's Brunson who brings up the ball for the Knicks. Now here's Bridges. Back to Brunson. Good D by Doncic.
Ooh, old school right there. No easy buckets.
It's rebounded by New York. Robinson's got 4 rebounds now. Brunson looks it over. The floater. Rejected by James.
What timing by James on the denial. His hand is right there at the exact moment it needs to be.
The Knicks pull it in. Robinson's got 5 rebounds in the game. Brunson against Doncic. With some arc. Offensive rebound.
This has not been his best quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He's trying too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
Now a timeout called by New York. They're on top by 13.
Let's hear
A minute and a half left in the fourth quarter. Let's present the New Balance player of the game, Josh Hart.
Offensively, his focus was lasered up. I mean, whatever scheme the defense was working, he found a way to work through it, locating quality shots whenever he got his hands on the ball.
Well, it didn't start out with him being in this crowd's crosshairs, but as the game went along, he kept pouring it on them. It's safe to say they don't want to see this guy anywhere near their arena for a long time.
You know, as I watch Doncic, I think it's futile to try to distract this guy. His focus and concentration and control of himself is excellent.
Now here's Hart. Pass to Smooth. Lets the 3 fly. He's got it going on. Now 7 for 10.
And the distance between the point totals for these teams tells the whole story. Just a fantastic effort, and you have to give it up for the Knicks.
In today's game, you need to shoot it well from 3. That was the difference maker.
Exactly. And the defense didn't rotate out quickly enough to disrupt their shooters.
And with this win, they will now have 52 victories for the year.
It's been a one-sided matchup. They took the right approach in this season series, finishing with a 2-0 record against Los Angeles.
And as most people predicted, the defense, even though they were keying on him, had no answers for Josh Hart.
And I love how active he was on the glass. Not afraid to get physical and do whatever he could do to grab boards.
Smooth. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson. And the Knicks lead by 19.
Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what. And they got it done.
Knocks down the triple. And so New York takes this one by a big margin. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that, that says a lot about this squad.
They really came in looking confident and didn't let anything shake them. This is what a dominant team looks like.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Clark Kellogg, this is Brian Anderson thanking you all for tuning in tonight. So long, everybody.
Is there a favorite dribble combo move that you have?
Basically, I call it a sway dribble. And basically, you're just floating, and you're kind of doing a float dribble to the side, either side. And you're looking at how the defense is playing you. Is the defender moving? Is he standing flat-footed? Is he trying to back off you? Is he coming to press you? So I love to do the sway move to kind of gauge to see where he is, check his temperature, so to speak. And then once I get to that point, I love to actually hit him with a quick combo move, double rocker, I call it, a quick crossover, really fast.
It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along courtside with Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got, and now, the New York Knicks starters. Towns is out there with Hart. Then it's Bridges. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Smooth in at the 3 spot. And for Los Angeles, the veteran wings, Powell and Leonard. George and Zubats inside at the 4 and the 5. And it's Harden in at the 1. Here we are, Brent, the season entering its final stages now. It really is a marathon, isn't it?
Man, Kevin, town to town, games piling up, dealing with weather, flight delays, people want tickets. I mean, all the things that add up to a season. And on and off the court, it is a grind. And you know the players at this point in the year are always feeling it.
Down low, here's Leonard, and finished off by Leonard.
Great powerhouse move from Kawhi, getting right to the rim.
Brunson the pass to Smooth. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers to the middle. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one-hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. George against Hart. And there's the pass to Smooth. The three-pointer, no good. And what a new era for the Clippers, Greg, playing here in their own arena, the Intuit Dome.
Yeah, no more sharing, right? No more covering up Laker banners. It feels like the Clippers are on their own 2 feet now. This was the goal for the ownership group.
Number 43.
And they made it happen.
Three-point
And
basket.
he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
The Clippers have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. David Aldridge had a chance to catch up with head coach Tyronn Lue. Dave, what do you have to say?
And they're focused on limiting one of the best shooting bigs ever in Karl Anthony Towns. And the coach said earlier, Towns is a machine on the offensive end. They'll try to make Gavin to a passer, get the ball out of his hands. We'll see if they can accomplish that. Kevin?
Okay, David, much appreciated. Here's Brunson. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Knicks team.
Yeah, and they got the better of this matchup both times they faced off last season. Do they still have their number?
Well, we'll find out. Such talent on the floor tonight on each side of the matchup. There's some conference pride at stake, too. Both teams being among the cream of the crop in the East and the West. That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Here's Zubats. Rebounded by Hart. The Knicks have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. To the inside. Smooth. Banked in off the glass. Smooth's got 9 points.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Leonard with no one around. And a miss there on the triple. So for New York, their last game, a win against the Los Angeles Lakers. Here's Smooth. Powell pulls it in.
Whoops. Got caught in between moves there on his way to the rack.
Shoots the 3. Harden with the stop.
And that's some extra effort there. from Harden, get the rebound, and get his own bucket.
And so New York calls timeout. They're first.
Who wants this free t-shirt?
Eubanks, he's checked in.
Substitution on the court.
Harden against Brunson. Harden outside. Pass to Leonard. It's Powell on the wing. Here's Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Zubac does a great job of sniffing out offensive rebounds and beats his guy to the spot.
And New York looking at who they got. They've got Hart. Mikal Bridges out there with Jalen Brunson. And there's Smooth. And it's Towns in at the 5 spot. Yes, that goes in. Smooth's got the lead up to 5 now for New York. Here's Powell. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game. Harden with it. Bridges covering. Harden kicks to Powell. Shot clock at 3. And the rejection by Towns. And it's out of bounds to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession. And the Clippers making a change here. Coffey's checked in.
Coffey.
Second quarter play with around 2 minutes gone so far. The shot by Powell, no good.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Zubac finds Powell. Shoots over Bridges. That one wide left.
Well, his poor shooting is a big reason that they're staring at this deficit right now. He needs to get on track if they're going to find a way to win.
Here's Leonard. The Knicks pull it in. Their last game a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
Yeah, those road games are tricky, but they had a good strategy going in and stuck to what they do best.
Yeah, watching that game quarter to quarter, they spent out to slow down, but they executed in every facet.
And so it's Towns with it. He brings it up for the Knicks. And that one goes out of bounds. Touched by Zubac. Gordon's checked in for Norman Powell. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Bassey's checked in. There's 1:54 left in the first half of the game. Pass to Towns. Here's Hart. Good, and the assist goes to Towns.
Assist from
Hart's got his first points of the night.
Hart just whipping it away quickly, not giving the defender time to close out.
You know, Brent, Josh Hart has been a contributor at the many stops in his NBA career.
And sometimes you have to wait to find your home, Kevin. That's been the case for Josh, but he has always contributed to winning. And now he's locked into this role where he is flourishing. This guy has all the tools to go out there and do little things every night to help your team be in a position to win games.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks very much. James Harden is still a factor at age 35. He says, I'm more of a scorer, so for me, it's just impacting the game at the highest level. Kevin, he's led the league in scoring 3 times, but he's also led the league in assists. So, that's pretty much true. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And don't forget, he rebounds as well as any player right now in the NBA.
There's so many things that make Harden a dangerous offensive player, but that three-point shot, that's tops on the list.
Stolen by Zubac. Outside Gordon. And the layup up is good. And now it's just a 4-point Knicks lead.
Well, there are few players that can read the floor as well as James Harden. He has seen every kind of defense.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Pass to Bassey. Out to Bridges. Just 3 to shoot. Over Gordon. And the Knicks good for 2.
And you can tell the defender not anticipating the step back. He was headed in the opposite direction.
Got off in time. That one, no good. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. It's the Knicks. They're up by 6. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. What a game we're seeing from Smooth.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him. Really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
The guard pair, it's Harden and Powell. The stars of the team, Leonard and George, are the forwards. And it's Zubats in at the 5 down low. That's who's out there for the Clippers. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Like every year, injuries are a huge factor in shaping the title race. And I'm guessing that teams should probably put more of a premium on durability. What do you think?
Well, Kevin, I think all GMs take that into account. A team wants to be confident it'll have a stable roster over the course of a long season.
Looking for George. He gets it there. And here's Leonard from 3. And Los Angeles with the triple.
And by the numbers, Kawhi is one of the most efficient three-point shooters ever.
It's Hart on the wing. Back to Brunson. It's up a 3. Brunson drops it in from the yard. Wow.
Moments left to go. Bravo to Brunson for staying cool.
It's Powell with the drive. Towns with the defensive effort. Brunson outside. And the pass to Smooth. Takes the 13-footer. It's rebounded by Leonard. Clippers trail by 6. Harden left side. Takes it inside. And Harden with the score.
Once Harden takes that first step, it's very difficult to stop his drive.
New York takes timeout. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate. With the staying fresh all. Seconds left to play in the third. Leonard the pass to Eubanks. Outside Bogdanovich. Leonard against Anunoby. Back to Bogdanovich. Offensive rebound. It's George on the wing. Outside Leonard. Shot clock at 5. Tips it. It's good on the putback. Eubanks got the lead up to 9 now for the Clippers.
Well, a missed box out and an easy tip in, but it's because of the activity as the ball is going up. He's finding himself in the right spot. Just misses.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers ahead by
46.
And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. And on the floor for New York here in the 4th. They've got Towns. Smooth out there with Hart. Then it's Mikal Bridges. And it's Brunson in at the point.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
Pass to Smooth. Fires from way outside. And falls. Nice speed that time from Brunson. Brunson's got his 4th assist in this one. George looking around. The dish to Bogdanovich. Here's Leonard. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Hart finds Brunson. And the rejection by Zubac.
Smart defender. Zubac understands how to position himself to come up with blocks.
Back to Leonard.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Back to Brunson. Fires the 3. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3. 3 in a row.
Los Angeles leading by 5. George up top. Defended by Hart. Bogdanovich passes to Harden. Bridges against Bogdanovich. It's George on the wing. It's good. And the Clippers lead by 7.
Always a formidable scorer. George just doing what he does.
Pass to Smooth. Three-pointer. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Kicks it to Hart. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Knicks trail by 7. Bridges passes to Brunson. To the paint. Smooth. A shot's good on the assist by Brunson.
Assisted.
Brunson's got 6 assists here tonight. Passes to Zubac. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Bogdanovich, no luck.
He creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go.
Number 43.
Even with the defense, not really a factor.
And we may have an injury here that does not look good.
And boy, when you see someone hurting like this, it's always scary.
Yeah, it reminds you of what's really important. Health, number 1. Everything else comes after that.
Eubanks, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Norman Powell comes in for Bogdanovich. Harden dishes to Powell. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here.
2 minutes.
On the wing, George. Rockets hits. Over Hart. The shot by George, no good.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
And this is a critical possession. Not one they can afford to come up empty.
Outside Leonard. Los Angeles with another miss. Knicks trail by 3. Here's Smooth. That shot off. To that time from Leonard. Here's George. Los Angeles with another miss. New York's gone 2 or 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far.
And you know they wanted that one to go down.
Man, that's just tough because that would have tied up the score. That's a tough one to swallow here in the fourth.
And the rejection by Towns.
A firm denial by Towns, knocking it away with that tremendous lift.
Good. And that shot brings them to within just 1.
That is world class.
We've seen that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
And Smooth is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for the Clippers. Alex McBride's checked in for New York. Here's Leonard. It's in.
The go-to guy in these situations. Leonard can handle that kind of pressure in the big moment as well as anyone.
New York calls timeout. They're behind by 3. There's 45 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Clippers, you
He's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
The game has come down to this.
Huge possession.
They grabbed their own miss.
Yeah, maybe a little love, maybe a little bit of heart. Both of those at play here. He's getting every offensive rebound.
Second team foul.
Drops the first one. That gives them a 4-point cushion.
Right, pretty solid from the area. There's been a natural progression to him being effective from the free throw strike.
Eubanks, he's checked in for Brown.
And just like that, this game is a 2-possession affair.
Brunson with it. George picks him up. It falls. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And Brunson's got the mindset to deliver.
Smart accurate passes, Greg. Really paying off for them at the moment.
And also good off
ball movement. Everyone is paying attention to who can create the best shot for the team.
line for your Clippers.
Second one is good. And both at the line. It's a foul party.
If you want to do some kind of search out there for professional scorer, James Harden's picture pops up first. And this guy does it all.
Time call here. Knicks decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 5. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
Score, then hope for some missed free throws or a turnover at the other end.
Yeah, this won't be easy, so a little bit of luck will go a long way for them to get back in.
From deep, Brunson. Yes! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Showing time and time again, he is comfortable being that first option. Brunson delivering in the clutch.
Intentionally, that's what they would do at this point.
Had to foul on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the line for your situation.
So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Now that'll ice it right there. Not everybody can keep their composure at the line in such a big situation.
Shoots. Can't nail the jumper. So it's Los Angeles taking it down in the post. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone satisfied.
There were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on, but let's give this group a lot of credit
support
for
your
that
team. They appreciate it, and we do as well. We look forward to seeing you at the
That's
next
going to do it
event.
tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry.
It's showtime for the 2K community. Let's take a look at your 2K TV top plays of the week. Let's sail to the elite affiliation with Lynx. Elevates for the snatch block, and he's running. Can somebody stop the ball? Anybody? Oh, come on. Slammed. They go coast to coast. Sir CC.
Let's meet the starting five for your Sacramento Kings. Starting at power forward, standing 6'8", number 13, Keegan. Starting at point guard.
Hey, everybody. Now, New York starting five. They've got Josh Hart. Jalen Brunson is out there with Mikal Bridges. And then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Smooth in at the three. And for Sacramento, the duo inside. It's Murray and Sabonis. Zach LaVine out there with Malik Monk. And it's DeRozan in at small forward. All right, Doris, how about teams like these who can really run their offense through their bigs?
BA, over the years, one of the things I've heard from coaches quite often is how effective a three-tool big man can be. When you can drive it, pass it, shoot it, score it, do all the things they can, it changes the geometry of the floor.
Here's Smooth. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
And that gets us rolling. Whew. What a tremendous atmosphere in here tonight.
You get the sense there is a level of intensity right out of the gates.
Now here's LaVine, outside Murray. Shoots over Hart. Murray, no good. And so it's Hart with it. He brings it up for the New York Knicks. Last time they met was at New York.
They came away with an easy win last time, due in large part to their work on the glass.
I think there was no question they brought a level of physicality along with a tremendous work ethic, and it was why they were successful.
Sabonis, the pass to Murray. Puts the move on. He can't hit that time. And some solid defense from Towns. It's a one-on-one situation.
Josh Hart hammering it down. That's a message right there.
LaVine against Bridges. LaVine surveys the D. He shoots. And yes, it goes. Got a little English on that one.
I'm not sure what he was thinking exactly, but he finds a way to convert.
Pass to Smooth. There's the three. Nails it from three. Smooth's got his third basket on the night right there.
Boy, 4 for 4 to get things started. Must have been a good shoot-around this morning.
Here's Monk. They kick it out to Murray. Three-pointer off the mark. The Knicks have gone 4 of 4 from the floor. Perfect start.
Kings foul. DeMar DeRozan. First personal foul. First team foul.
New York shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe.
Taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And he makes both free throws. And the first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, the head coach for Sacramento gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. And he said when you watch film on Karl Anthony Towns, his size is impressive. But when you're actually standing next to him, he looks a whole lot bigger. And he knows how to use that size on the blocks and on the perimeter, which makes him an especially tough cover. Brian?
And Allie, thanks.
What an aggressive mindset in this period. He's starting to take over.
It's Monk on the wing. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played so far. LaVine against Bridges, just 5 to shoot. Will it go? Shot by LaVine, no good.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Ooh, nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Smooth's got 13 now.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets here.
Timeout call. Sacramento, their last game, a win against the Clippers, looking to carry it into this one.
Oh my, talk about mental toughness. The crowd was roaring against them, but they were able to focus and finish the task at hand.
I thought what really stood out was how dominant they were on the offensive end. That was about as flawless as you could hope for.
Substitution here for Sacramento. Valanciunas, he's checked in for Murray. LaRavia comes in for DeRozan. Fultz, he's checked in for Zach LaVine. And it's Carter in for Monk. Now here's Carter. Pass to LaRavia. To the middle. And there's a 3-second violation.
3 seconds. New York ball.
And here are the Knicks. Outpacing them right now, a 15-2 run. Achua finds Brunson. Outside McBride. Pass to Robinson. Nifty move. Oh, it's blocked by Valanciunas.
Valanciunas reads the play and snuffs it out. That's the kind of defense you need from the 5 spot.
Fultz scanning the floor. Shoots from 12, and he knocks the jumper down.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Anunoby on the wing. 55 seconds left now in the first quarter. Back to Brunson. From downtown, and the Knicks have got the three.
And early on, they've been on a tear, just getting whatever they want offensively.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
I mean, he had the right idea, but his timing was just a little off, and it resulted in a goal.
So for the Knicks, Bassey comes in for Robinson, and Payne is subbed in for Brunson. .34 seconds left in the first quarter. Carter against Payne. 23 seconds left to play in the first quarter. That one no good. And so it's Carter who brings up the ball for the Kings. A 12-point game. Here's Sabonis. He can't get that one to fall. Here's Payne. Connects on the foul line jumper.
What a way to begin this game.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
And so it's New York, up 14 as we wrap up the quarter. A big difference in shooting percentages. That's why they lead. Back to the game after this break. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. All right, guys, we've seen a confident-looking Knicks team out there.
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
And why wouldn't they? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
They've got DeMar DeRozan. Zach LaVine out there with Malik Monk. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. And it's LaRavia in at the 4-man position. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hi, guys. Well, Smooth in their last game against the Clippers put on a show. He ended up with 23 points and was on fire from outside. The D had no answer for him. We should have expected a game like that, given his impressive form of late. We'll see if he keeps going tonight. Brian?
Okay, thanks for that. You know, the impact he had on that game was
big. And it's not easy to point to just one area he made a difference. But his effect was felt all over the place. He was on fire.
Pretty much in attack mode the whole evening. We'll see if he plays with that same level of aggression here tonight.
Well, Brad, we're deep into the season now. For teams who have missed the playoffs, where are their heads at?
First of all, it's a chance for some of the others to show out. Their focus should be on finishing strong. And realistically, you start planning for the offseason. But there are still games left to play.
Keegan Murray's checked in for Sacramento. Jalen Brunson, he's checked in for New York. Valanciunas kicks it to DeRozan from deep. Knocks it down from distance. DeRozan's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. Here's Smooth. Oh, he remains perfect. 7 for 7, showing no signs of letting up.
And taking a look at this first half, they've just shown better shot selection.
And I think obviously we see the execution and the willingness to make the next pass so important.
And so here's Sacramento. After the basket by New York. Outside Levine. Outside Monk. 5 on the clock. Over Brunson. Towns with a rebound. Towns has got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Smooth. Another one falls for New York.
I am simply blown away by his accuracy. He has made every shot, and what's most important, his team is winning.
Levine with it. Towns covering. Shot by Levine, no good. Knicks leading by 19. Down low. Here's Hart. And the layup is good.
Timeout.
Hart's got his second basket of the game.
That's all credit to Josh Hart. This guy will mix it up on the interior.
Timeout called. Sacramento.
And no doubt, the coach wants them to improve their interior defense.
I think right now they're giving up way too many easy looks. That is a recipe for disaster.
For Sacramento. Fultz comes in for Levine. Mitchell Robinson, he's checked in for New York. Kings trail by 21. Outside Monk. Pass to Murray. Outside Fultz. Inside. The jump hook. And after missing his first 3 shots, he drains it. 1 for 4.
Well, Sabonis able to finish on the interior. That's pretty.
Well, Grant, in the spring of 2024, a remarkable streak ended. Domantas Sabonis had recorded 61 consecutive double-doubles.
Yeah, it was the longest streak since the merger back in 1976. Now, Sabonis has led the NBA in rebounding multiple years. Plus, he has averaged 8 assists in a season, so that is big-time production.
And it's Monk missing. And so it's Hart with it. He brings it up for New York. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter. They're off to battle the Trailblazers after this one, as they'll be playing at Moda Center. It'll be the 4th of 5 games for them on the road. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, one nickname you hear for DeMar DeRozan is the lone mid-ranger. He said you can operate freely in the mid-range. It's like an ocean out there. If you're smart, you can take advantage of the space and pick teams apart. Brian?
He's an expert tactician working in between. Thanks, Allie. Now here's Hart. Out to Bridges. 3-pointer. He buries it from 3. Bridges has gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Outside Monk. DeRozan, left side. Shoots over Hart. Good on the 13-footer. DeRozan's got 5 points.
Yeah, one of the great mid-range scorers in the game. DeMar DeRozan getting to work.
Brunson passes to Hart. Here's Bridges. To the paint. Hart up top. Bridges against Fultz. They get it again. Kicks it out Towns. And the Knicks, another three.
That's the confidence of Towns. This guy, regardless of situation, believes that shot is going in.
DeRozan deciding where to go with it. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half.
13.
Knicks out in front, delivering the blowout. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break. Lopsided first half. We'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. And Sacramento shooting a low 26% from the field. And on the floor for Tom Thibodeau as we get into the second half. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Josh Hart. Then there's Jalen Brunson. Then it's Mikal Bridges. And it's Smooth in at the small forward position. And it's DeRozan missing.
They've had a slight leg up on the boards and a big leg up on the scoreboard.
And the basket by Bridges. Bridges has got 5 points.
Time and time again, they're creating good looks from close range.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
The jump hook. No good off the back of the rim.
Coming out stone cold here. Sometimes the break will do that to you.
Has to Smooth. Here's the three. And again, New York with the triple.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
For Sacramento, they've gone 0 for 3 to start the second half. Outside Monk. Now here's DeRozan. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. DeRozan's got his third basket of the night. Outside Hart. Here's Smooth. Defended by DeRozan. Smooth. Oh, it's pure again. He's now a perfect 10 for 10 in this one.
Excellent execution coming out of the break. They've taken 3 shots and made 3 shots.
Here's Monk. No made baskets yet. Just over 1.5 minutes have passed in the third quarter. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
First personal foul.
Jalen Brunson picks one up. Sacramento shooting their first free throws of this game.
Malik Monk.
Shooting 2.
The free throw drops for Monk. Grant, there's such intense rivalries at the college level. Do any of those carry over to the NBA?
Oh, B.A., they sure do. I was part of some serious college rivalries. There was a lot of trash talk with the guys on the other side. It didn't stop that much after we got to the NBA.
And the Knicks making a change here. Massey, he's checked in for Towns. OG Anunoby comes in for Hart. McBride, he's checked in for Bridges. And Payne is subbed in for Brunson. Now here's Payne. And the Knicks getting another bucket right there.
Brilliant second half start. 4 for 4 from the field. Can't ask for any better.
Carter with it. Outside Monk. He shoots it. And another miss by Sacramento.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Here's Smooth. He's covered by Levine. Monk against Payne. Monk grabs the miss. For Sacramento, they've gotten just 1 of 5 shots to drop since halftime. Shot by Levine, no good. And so Anunoby will bring it up for the New York Knicks. A nice shot by McBride. McBride's got his first 2 points.
Number 43.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Outside Monk.
2 minutes remaining in the
Pass to Laravia.
2 minutes.
Oh, nice D from Anunoby. New York has gone a perfect 5 for 5 from deep tonight. Here's Smooth. Valanciunas with a rebound. Valanciunas has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Now here's Carter. McBride covers. Outside Carter. Monk for 3. Passy pulls it in. The Knicks have gotten 5 of 7 attempts in the third quarter. Here's Smooth. Sends it home from three-point land. Smooth's got 8 points here in the quarter.
His third triple of the game. A little more success from out there in the second half.
Right side Levine to win the drought. It's tipped. Here's Smooth. 27 points for him. The shot off that time. Carter against Anunoby. Carter can't get it to go.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
The shot's good.
Action on the break has fueled them tonight. They're winning the transition battle.
Well, this is their pace. This is exactly how they want to play. A little fast, a little loose.
Pass to Laravia. Got a hand on it, and he gets it back. To the left wing from outside the arc. And it's New York with a rebound. Bassy's got his 5th rebound in this one. And here's Anunoby. Here's Payne. Another one falls for New York.
Great finish. What a setup. Terrific ball movement there.
Poke loose. The deep 3 from Levine. And 3/4 of the play in the books. This one's all but over already. Knicks out in front. Just dominating this one. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the 4th quarter gets underway. As we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. We've got Markelle Fultz. Trey Lyles is out there with Jay Crowder. Then there's Doug McDermott, and it's Carter in at the point. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. Here's Shannon. Pass to Payne. Launches it. And a big finish by Robinson.
What a presence Mitchell Robinson has given this team on the interior. He knows he can be a threat on the offensive glass.
Now here's Carter. Here's Crowder. And a vital mission for the NBA, mental health. Commissioner Silver has said it's the most important issue for the league.
And I applaud Adam for those comments he's made about it. I mean, the season is so difficult. It can really take a toll on your mind. So it's great the league is trying to help players out through this.
Here's McBride. From down low. Again, the Knicks. Good for 2 more.
And just totally relentless. Only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Now here's Carter. Crowder outside. The 3 is up. And it's New York with a rebound.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Pass to McBride. And that one's good.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
And it's Sacramento's ball. They have yet to score here in the 4th. Carter against Payne. Takes a 13-footer. They get it back.
And they're ahead right now because they're working so hard on the glass.
And bottom line, more boards means more possessions. That's how you build a lead.
Now here's McBride. And the shot's good.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Pass to Lyles. Hey, Grant, when you look at the mentality of today's players, what are the differences from back in your day?
Well, B.A., through the wonders of technology, players interacting more directly with their fans and telling their own stories. Also, there's a brotherhood. It's a bit more brotherly, with players on different teams more friendly than in days past. And, you know, I'm not sure how I feel about that.
It's Shamet on the wing, hounded by Fultz. 6 on the shot clock.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Pass to Carter. 1:15 left in the final quarter. To the right side. Here's Lyles. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Lyles has gotten his first points in this one.
With defense that soft, you have to take them to task.
Now here's Achua. Doesn't go that time. Good work defensively by Crowder.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Knicks.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And another victory added to their resume. This will be their 53rd win of the year.
And even though this season series was only 2 games, a sweep is still a sweep.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Smooth.
They simply can't stop him right now. This guy playing with passion and fun.
Substituting on the
getting ready for the Kings. Demonis Sabonis, he's checked in for Lyles. DeMar DeRozan comes in for McDermott. Levine, he's checked in for Fultz. And it's Monk in for Carter. And that one misses. Now that we have a few years of reference, it's safe to say the NBA play-in tournament has been a roaring success, Grant.
Yeah, I agree, B.A. And people forget it was created in the peak of the pandemic. The league set up a lifeline for teams that lost key players to COVID, but it has turned into something much, much greater.
And it's DeRozan with the ball for the Sacramento Kings. Crowder outside. Pass to Monk. Three-pointer. Drains the triple.
Unfortunately for them, they're still going to come up short. You wish they shown this kind of fight earlier.
No doubt. It felt like they were a little tight for much of the evening. Now they're in a better flow, but it may be too little too late.
DeRozan outside. Outside Levine. Releases. Smooth grabs the miss. Smooth sailing for New York. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth. Yep, count it. 43. Smooth's got 31.
What a performance tonight. Getting a win like this on the road is such a boost.
You've got to be able to block out all distractions in enemy territory. This team did a tremendous job staying focused on the task
Thank you once again for showing your support.
So it's the Knicks taking care of business in this one.
Get home safe,
this one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never came.
Yeah, and this team was consistent throughout. They met every challenge, and they earned this dub.
And that about wraps it up. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and